that
Listen,
in years.
Amari with BoxLab, he might have to bail me out of jail or look at the security guards and be like, no, Trav's good,
Yeah.
because I might be jumping over the stage.
Who am I? I'm the greatest. Who am I? I'm getting paid. Who am I? I'm so flagrant. Who am I?
Gotta give me some Don Rico first, boys.
Okay, okay.
Do your thing.
Gotta get the sponsors happy. All right, fellas. Welcome to the show.
Yes,
Thanks
sir.
for coming on. I appreciate it, you guys. Antraveous Ingram is fighting November 1st right here at the Caribe Royale. We are recording at the Stadium Club inside the Caribe Royale for the podcast Weighing In with Travis Hartman. I am joined by Coach Nelson and Antraveous Ingram. How's it going, fellas?
Good.
Good, good. Thank you for having us.
Of course, man. It's my pleasure. I love what you guys are doing. So you also coach many other fighters, but tonight we're gonna try to focus on Antraveous. They call you Trey.
Yes, sir.
May I call you Trey?
Yeah.
Is that cool?
Yes, sir.
All right, Trey. So obviously this is his biggest fight. He's 12-0. He's undefeated. He's fighting Gomez, who is 9-1. But this is for a regional title and a ranking. Is it a top 10 ranking or a top 15 ranking?
Top 15.
So a top 15 ranking in the world, which is pretty amazing.
Yeah.
How has this training camp went so far?
So far, so good. First thing is first. I just want to say thank you to Undisputed Promotions for giving us this opportunity to fight for this title, only with 12-0. This is a very big fight, big step up fight for Antreveous, which we call AKA Trey.
Trey.
Trey's been working hard. This is by far one of the best camps that we have had.
Yeah.
We know we're coming upon a fighter, Cuban fighter, strong amateur background. He is the champion. He's also signed with the People Boxlab Promotions. And we know we're coming, he's gonna be tested that night. But by far, this is our best camp that we have had so far, for sure.
So Antraveous, you have now fought. You're 12-0.
Yes, sir.
You fought 9 times at the Caribe Royale,
Oh, yeah.
and you're from right here. So I've been a boxer, 170 amateur fights, 46 pro fights, but I'm from Missouri, so I never had a home base and able to perform in front of your own friends on a global television network and for a world ranking, bro. How does that feel to be able to do that right here in Orlando in front of all your friends and family at the Caribe Royale? How does that feel?
It feels great. Shoot, I can fight anywhere if it's one person, a million people. It's no pressure on me. But it definitely feels great that the people that support me can actually come out and see me on these big platforms and stuff like that, right in our home, so it feels great.
I love that. And having your coach here talk about how your camp was the best camp that you've had. And that's great to hear, right? Going into one of your biggest fights. Actually, not one of. It is your biggest fight as a pro, right? I mean, anytime you fight for a title or a top 15 ranking in the world, it's a big deal. So how do you personally feel going into... How has this camp specifically, in your opinion, been different from any of the other camps?
Shoot, this camp's been a little different. Well, I go hard every single camp. Like, I go really hard, but this one right here, I went like to the brink of, you can't go no more. And then once I got there, then I reached that next peak level, and I feel like I'm unstoppable. I can go hard every day. Coach got to tell me to relax and take a break.
I mean, that's what you want in your coach, though, right? You want a coach to be able to. So I'm coaching people now too, and I always tell my fighters, I'm like, listen, I'll pull you back when I need to, but I need you all the time going, right? And a good coach, which you obviously have one now, you're undefeated, you're fighting for a world ranking and a title. Obviously, you trust Coach Nelson enough. Coach Nelson, you have Legacy Boxing right here in Orlando, Florida. So judging by this camp and his hunger, have you seen his hunger change a little bit for this camp specifically?
100%. In this camp here, like I said, we always train hard. There's nothing... Can't curse here, right?
You can say whatever you want to say.
I was about to say...
it's podcast. We're
Okay,
unedited.
perfect. So, there's no bullshit. I run a tight ship. But being that we're fighting, and this is a big step-up fight with a gentleman that is an Olympian. He is also trained by world class trainers like Salah and all of them.
Yeah.
So this one here, we have to go extra hard in it. There's one thing that I believe in, and one thing I believe in is hard work beats talent any day.
Yep. Yep.
And we've been doing twice a day, 3 times a day. Recovery is a very important thing in training camp. We know what we're coming upon. We hear it all, of course, but Antreveous, the good thing about Antreveous is that he want to keep going. Sometimes as a coach, you got to pull your fighter back because you don't want him to overtrain or get hurt.
Yep.
And he knows, he has he has a son he's fighting for his family. Everyone is here.
Yep.
The day on Friday night, you're going to see how this place is going to erupt. He has all his people here in Orlando, his son, everyone. And this place is going to erupt that night. Trust me when I tell you. And, once again, and I keep saying it because, Anthony from Undisputed Promotions
Yep.
got us, where we at right now. And, of course, he comes in association with BoxLab.
Yep.
Also. So, they both got together, collab, and we knew maybe a fight ago that we might end up fighting that guy. I had a feeling about it. And dreams come true.
Yeah.
And these guys made it happen. Antreveous knew it also, that we might be fighting that guy. So we always kept a close eye on him.
Yeah.
There's a couple of things that me and Antreveous saw in his last 2 fights with the whole camp, because it is just the whole team with the gentleman Gomez that we're fighting with. So these are things where we are in the gym, we're looking at his fights on TV, and we're practicing what we need to practice on our end,
So it's such a great point. So Gomez is signed by BoxLab, who puts on the fights here, which, honestly, though, thank God for BoxLab as well, because BoxLab started this whole journey about 3 or 4 years ago.
Yes, sir.
And then Undisputed 100% has put on some shows with them, and they've been collabing for a little bit now, which is awesome. I think it's awesome for Orlando and Orlando fighters and Orlando boxing gyms. I'm just now seeing this blossoming, honestly. I know some of them have been here, but there's just such a blossom of Orlando talent that I don't think people realize. And I mean, I was talking to Antreveous, and I've been seeing on his Instagram too. You know how many light middleweights or super welterweights, 154-pounders are in this area? A lot. We got Omari Jones, bronze medalist, undefeated, fighting on November 1st too. But you also got Giovanni Estella. You got the guys from Pro Box. You got there's so many guys that are fighting. Renee's got a bunch of guys as well. And I mean, like, how much of a blessing is that, honestly, to be right here in Orlando? And boxing didn't used to be huge here. Boxing used to be, it's been here, but like, I feel like more than ever, the last couple of years, Orlando has become a major hub for big time fights, which is why you have earned your right to fight for a world ranking and a belt right here in Orlando, Florida. I mean, I can't even, it just blows my mind. But back to what your coach was saying. So Gomez has fought here 3 times at the Caribe Royale. You guys have fought here 9 times. So I would say this is your home turf, by the way. It's not his, this is your home turf. So
Absolutely.
With that being said, you guys watched him because he was here. I know you guys were here because you were at almost all the fights as well, because you have fighters all over too. What about Gomez made you be like, you know what? I want to fight this guy, and I think I could beat this guy?
Honestly, anybody in the way of what I'm trying to achieve for my family and for my son to look up to, they got to go, None against him personally, but he in the way. He got what I need, so I'm going to take it.
So I love that you're saying that about family. I'm recently a father as well. I have a little girl that's about to turn 4. I got 18-month-old twin boys.
Oh,
Congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It's been a lot, but thank you. But it reminded me because JT, who's Mike Perry's coach,
Yes.
he was coaching Mike in a fight, and it was going into the last round of a bare knuckle fight. It was going in the 5th round. And Mike's kid, because Mike's a new father as well, his kids are, I think, under 4 or 5 years old. And JT looked at Mike and was like, look over in that crowd. Looks over, his little boy's over. He's like, give it all you got because he's watching you. So when you said that, it gave me goosebumps a little bit too, because, Coach, do your kids come to the fights?
Oh, man, my son be sitting right in the front as close as I can get him, because when I walk out to that ring and I look to the right or the left and I see him, man, it give me some strength.
We usually, Anthony, he will bring his son to the back right before we go out, gives the son a big hug, a kiss. That means a lot to a person that cares for the kids, a father, right before you go out. Boxing is very, very dangerous sport.
Oh my
You
God.
know, you walk in. I had two good friends, which is Pritchard Colon and Oscar Diaz.
Yeah.
Same thing, same situation happened. Unfortunately, Oscar Diaz did pass away. So for me, I look at boxing a little bit more different, where, you might go in, you might not come back out, and it doesn't matter what kind of caliber fight it could be. So it's very important to bring his son over, grab his son, hug him, kiss him, spend some time with him,
Yep.
and usually, Anthony was bringing right back to the front, and usually, and the first time that I think it was a couple of months old when you got into, and one of my main thing is, as a father too, it was his first win with his son being born. So, you want to bring that. So as soon as he won, I grabbed this kid from the audience.
I love that.
And I brought him to the ring. So that's the forever, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that came through because, Anthony helped out also and want to not
Yeah.
let it happen. So we are grateful for that. So, everything he does is for his son.
I love that, brother. And I feel like that once you have kids, for me, I actually I missed out on the opportunity, at least as of right now, to have my kids watch me fight because I haven't fought since they've been born. I'm not fully retired, but I probably am. But I want that feeling that you just said. I was like, to have your kid in the ring with you, bro, when you're performing and doing what you did, like that's a special thing. Not a lot of people can say that they competed professionally and they got to do it in front of their kids. That is like, you're in the 1% of people in the world that's able to do that while having a kid. Having a kid's a blessing in itself too, right?
Yes,
Being
sir.
super talented like you are is a blessing in itself too. But also, do you feel, so you were fighting before you had kids, right?
Yeah.
Have you felt a little bit of a shift? I know that you go 100% and you should, right? But have you felt a little bit of a shift in your mindset once you had a kid?
Oh yeah, it's been a huge shift because when I first started amateurs and then when I turned pro, my dad used to ask me, "Hey, what are you fighting for?" And I used to just say, "Huh, I'm just fighting because I like to fight and stuff." I didn't really, everybody want to fight for their family and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a part of it. But I was just fighting because I like to fight. And then when my son was about to come and when he was born, then I really found my reason why, and it
Yeah.
put me in a whole different mode.
I mean, I think that's right. They always say, what's your why? When you can identify what your why is, I think it changes the game. And look where you're at.
Yes,
you're,
sir.
You're 12-0.
Yep.
You're fighting for a top 15 ranking and a belt.
Yes, sir.
Like, this is pretty cool, man. Like, I get excited because I never got to fight for that. Like, I never got to fight for a belt. I never got to fight for that top 15 ranking. I fought a lot of greats. I fought a lot of world champions in the pros, but I didn't get to fight for an opportunity like this. So for me, I'm very envious and I'm very proud at the same time. Even though I don't know you, like personally, like on that level, I'm still proud of you guys
Yes,
because I
sir.
know how
Thank
hard
you.
boxing
Thank you.
is. And I know what it takes as a coach to that dedication. And sometimes coaches' dedication goes unnoticed sometimes because at the end, it is the fighter in the ring. It is the fighter getting his hand raised, right?
Right.
But behind the scenes, how much stuff are you doing behind the scenes to get this man ready for this huge opportunity, which is this Saturday at the Caribe Royale on DAZN?
It's a balance of everything, as a coach, and it's a great thing you said, about behind the scenes things, because as coaches we also have families, we also are fathers and husbands, and some of us work, and we got fighters, and we got other camps going on. Me particularly, when one of my fighters are getting ready, that's my 100%. I like to keep a close connection with the promoter, also the manager, if there's a manager involved. I like to send videos of what are we doing and things like that so they can stay in contact because we are a team.
Yeah.
When I like to build a group chat in WhatsApp where everybody's involved.
It's very transparent. I love that.
Exactly. So we sit down, we're in our houses. Okay, guys, this is, and people are watching sometimes Anthony or Antreveous or Antreveous friends or the other coaches. We sit down, we watch it, and all of a sudden we post something. Hey, listen, I just saw this and that. And this is how we communicate and we stay together. One of my most important things is his well-being. First of all,
Amen to that.
you could definitely get overwhelmed with the whole situation. And, you get butterflies when it's your first time. I mean, you get butterflies, you got things going on in life and things like that. And now that we're coming to crunch time, one of my main things is his well-being. That's what I'm worried about, what I care about. You know, it doesn't matter win, lose, or draw. I'm still proud of him, regardless of the matter, because he put his 1,000% in camp. So, but it's just a bigger oomph when you're fighting in Orlando, hometown, in front of your stable mates, your kids, everyone. And it's big, and it's a big thing for him. And I'm very proud of him, very happy for him, for his achievements, for everything, you know, for everything. I'm very proud of him.
I mean, this is a big step up. You obviously know that. Your coach knows that. You're fighting a guy who is signed by literally by the promotion that you're fighting onto. Even though I know Undisputed, they do a lot of stuff together. It's not like they're against you. They're not, right? Yeah. But this is awesome that you're fighting. You guys are collabing to do a fight like this, which is amazing. But what I was telling Trey off the air was, I was like, listen, man, he's 9-1 and he's a Cuban, so you know he's probably had 500 fights.
Absolutely.
Right? He's 9-1 as a pro, but he's probably had 500 fights.
Right.
He knows how to fight. We know this. There's no secrets there. The Cubans know how to fight. But he's learned how to lose. Mm-hmm. Believe it or not, you lost once, you've learned how to lose. I'm a pro. I lost a lot as a pro, and I learned how to lose. And that's not a good psyche to have. And while I say that is because you don't know how to lose. You're 12-0. How are you taking that confidence into this fight? Even though on paper they say that you're the underdog, how are you taking that to just further fuel you?
Honestly, I like the odds against me. I come from playing all types of sports, competing in any sport you can probably think of. You know, so there's no pressure too much on me about all that stuff. I'm just gonna come and perform and do my best, because the same way as like when I was in track and I made it to states and stuff like that, or football in college, and we played the best teams and stuff like that, we beat them, not because we was the most talented, but literally hard work.
Your coach had something so perfect in the beginning, Coach Nelson, and I say it a lot too, is hard work beats talent when talent won't work.
Yep.
And it's brilliant because it's true. And it sounds like that Antreveous is one of the hardest workers out there. Do you find, you've trained other world champions, you've trained other world challengers, title challengers. I mean, I know Patufo just fought for a world title, and I know that you trained him and you work with him. What is it like seeing the mindset of Antreveous? So he's young in his career. So, I mean, he's still a young man in his career. He's only 12-0. No matter what you want to say, he's super young in his career. And he is. But what do you see inside him that gives you that hope that, you know what, maybe he's the next. Maybe he's the next one here in Orlando that's going to really break out?
He's not scared. He's not scared to lose, or he's not scared to fight. You know, when you're scared to fight, you got the nerves going on, and then you got people that are always, you hear them talk about, I'll be ready, or I want to fight this, I want to fight that, and when the opportunity comes, they don't take it.
Yeah.
Why? If your promoter is giving you an opportunity to fight for the title, what is the excuse now? Why are you not taking that to consideration and say, hey, listen, this is your title shot. This is your thing. This is what separates the men from the boys. So now your promoter got you a title.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden you're turning down fights. Why? Wait a minute. He got you there for a reason because you wanted to, but now you're looking for excuses. I don't see the excuses on him, because when this opportunity, and we know who's Gomez, and we respect very much, and I respect his team, his whole team very much, but you know something? It's about that time. You're 12-0, he's 9-1. The best 154 at this moment right now. You know, Boxlab and Undisputed Promotions put this fight together. Let's make it happen. You know what I'm saying? Listen, losing to a champion, you don't lose none.
Yep.
But you might gain, like you just mentioned with the fight with Christopher Diaz. We went to Sinaloa to fight against a Sinaloa person.
Yep.
He ended up winning so many fans out there because he gave it all he got.
Yep. He didn't lose. He won, because he might have lost that fight, but I promise you, I want to see him again. And so does everybody else too.
And we appreciate that. So now, with this situation is, win, lose, or draw with Antreveous, I know Antreveous is coming back. There's no ands, if, buts about nothing. We all gotta be in our lane. The promoters will take care of what they need to take care of. I'll take care of what I need to take care of, and so is the fighter. You know what I'm saying? This is a point where he could, do one of the biggest upsets. You know what I'm saying? I seen the odds. Of course, I seen the odds. Yeah. And you hear the things from the in the background. You
hear from the peanut
things.
gallery.
Yeah, you hear things. Oh yeah, this we're gonna try. They're trying to knock us out within 4 rounds, and yeah, we're gonna try to do this. Listen, it's all talk. I've been doing this for a very long time. I understand. There's a lot of people that gives a lot of opinions and never step in the ring, and they're like, yeah, we know what we're talking about. No, you don't know what you're talking about, buddy. Yep. Let's just chills. Your opinion's your opinion. That's fine. But you know something? One thing that I noticed, and that's something that as a team we have noticed, is that the last 2 fights with Gomez, he's fought at 160. He came down to 154. The last fight, was very close. And we got to weather the storm, baby. After we weather the storm, then we come with our storm. That's the way I look at things, and that's something that we've been talking about. Are we fighting a great champion? He is a great champion. He's a Cuban fighter, like you just said. Made 500 amateur fights, Olympian and everything in between. And hey, listen, as big ups to him and his people. But like I said, hard work beats talent any day.
I mean, so you're right. So there's so many people out there that predict fights that they've never stepped in the ring in their life. So, even though I've been in the ring, I still tell everybody this. I predict fights correctly all the time too. But I tell everybody this, especially with boxing and then any other sport. I said, these predictions are made on paper. We fight the fight in the ring.
Yes.
And boxing is that sport that it doesn't matter. Think about this. I always say this example because I think boxing is so special. It's the beauty and the beast of boxing. But the beauty of boxing is it's beautiful, and you can win a fight at any moment in a fight. But the beast of it all is, let's say you're winning in a basketball game, you're winning by 30 points, right? You just run the clock out and you win. Mm-hmm. Football, you're up by 3 touchdowns, you run the clock out and you win. You can't do that in boxing, right? I've seen fights where a guy's losing 9 rounds in a row, and it's the 10th and final round. It's literally happened on a big stage, and he gets knocked out in that 10th round. You can run a little bit, but it's a ring and it's small enough. And if the guy's good enough, which he is, you're talking about world title fights. You're talking about world ranked guys. They know how to cut the ring off. Mm-hmm. So in boxing, the beauty and the beast is that's why it's fought in the ring and not on paper. You can make all these predictions you want. Prime example, last night over in England, Joe Parker got upset in the 11th round. Yep. He was winning that fight on the scorecards. Yep. I do think it was an early stoppage, but regardless of that point he ended up losing by knockout to Wardley. Massive upset. Mm-hmm. He was a massive underdog. Right. That just happened last weekend. Yep. Why can't that happen again this weekend?
Exactly.
How are you feeling about how are you feeling in this very moment? We're literally recording on a Sunday. We're less than a week before your fight. How are you feeling right now in this very moment, bro? How excited are you?
Oh man, I'm super excited. I like to stay calm and relaxed because when it's time to show my skills and ability, then all the energy gonna come out. But I feel great, man. Super excited.
I love it. And you are chill. You're wearing sunglasses in here, man. You're just back there just chill, so relaxed, but it's good though. I mean, it means that I feel like we're 5-6 days away from the fight. What you've done is done, right? Now it's cruise control. Now it's maintaining, making weight, obviously. And I know that part. Easier. That part is it's a little bit, I don't know how to say that. It's not hard, but it is. It's a little bit stressful, I guess you could say. You have to make weight, but how have you made weight in your career? Have you always fought at 154? I know I've looked at your record, but I didn't check the weight. Have you always fought at 154?
My first 2 fights were at 160, and then every time I weighed in, I was almost 54. So I was like, you know what? Let me go down to 54 because I didn't know at first how to really fully cut weight properly because I came from playing football in college because I was way bigger. Yeah. And stuff. And I only had 8 amateur fights. So
this is amazing.
This was something new to me.
8 amateur fights, 12 pro fights. You're fighting for a title. That's an attribute to your promoter, Anthony Ravello with Undisputed Promotions. That's an attribution to your coach and to you personally, man.
Yes, sir.
How do you you fought? That's insane, but also awesome at the same time. That's why boxing is so special. You can do that. What other sport can you really pull that off in? You can't. Not too many other sports. And you're about to do it.
Yes, sir.
You're about to be. So let's just, I'm going to do a what if, and I know that Coach might hate me for this, but a what if, let's just say this. Also, you can put it out there, but this Saturday, you win. Let's say you win. I know you're thinking you're going to win anyway. That's fine. Let's say you win. What's next?
Shoot. What's next after I win?
It's up to the promoters.
Yeah. Whatever he brings to the table and, you know, we make the adjustments or whatever need to be done, then I'm all for it, you know. I haven't turned down a fight yet. They put people on the table. I say, yeah, every time. It's on the other people who turn it down. You know, I'm not afraid.
He hasn't guided us wrong. Anthony hasn't guided us wrong at all. He's 12-0 for a reason. He's fighting for a title for a reason. That's a good promoter. You know, this is a guy that just have 8 amateur fights, and he's fighting for a title. Dreams come true. That's an opportunity of a lifetime for people. I know people that have long amateur fight careers, national champions and Golden Glove champions. They don't fight for a title. You know something? We're grateful, and I give all the glory to God, like I always do.
I love that.
Is that we got the right people on our side. He's working with the right people, and I'm also grateful for BoxLab giving us an opportunity because that's their fighter.
Yep.
So, but you know something? When we win on Saturday, with God's willing, it's back to the drawing board. You know, it's a statement. We let the promoters do what they do. So far, so good. We've been in a great place. Why change something that is not broken? He's going to keep training. He's a fighter. He's going to be ready. I'll get him ready. And that's it.
Your coach is 100% right. He just laid out a perfect example, and he was looking right at me, talking to me, but also I'm that example. I won multiple national championships in the amateurs. I had 170 amateur fights. I only lost 13 of those fights.
Wow.
46 pro fights. I fought Keith Thurman in the pros. I fought Terrence Crawford in the pros. I fought Chavez Jr., Paez Jr. with a distance with Terrence Crawford in the pros. One of only 10 people to do that in the world. I beat Nonito Donaire in the amateurs to win nationals. I beat Anthony Durrell to win the national pal. And I never got an opportunity to fight for a world championship ranking and a title. So I want you to know that what your coach is telling you right now is he's 100% correct.
Thank you.
Relish this. This is where you belong.
Yes, sir.
Right? You want to be fighting for these titles, but I think what's awesome, and this is what I like about BoxLab. I love BoxLab. I'm Team BoxLab. I'm Team Undisputed. I'm not against that at all, but I'm just saying I'm Team BoxLab because BoxLab is making these tough fights. They didn't have to fight Antreveous.
Absolutely.
They could have fought anybody else too. So that's why I love it. They're making good fights. And that's what I love to see for boxing. I want to be a boxing ambassador, and that's why I love the podcast is I want to see quality boxing because I think years and years ago we got away from it. Guys were worried about their record more than who they were fighting. And I think BoxLab cards, I mean, you're doing it. You're a prime example of what we love to see. The best fighting the best.
Oh, yeah, I love it.
And I love that. And like, and you said something too, and you're perfectly correct too. When the best fight the best, and you may lose, but you win because fans want to see you again. This is the entertainment business. Something Jake Paul's bringing to this business and the eyes is that people want to come to see a show. They want to come to see entertainment. They don't want to come see a guy beat up a tomato can. Yeah. They don't want to come see a guy knock a guy out in the first round every single time they see him fight, right? I want to see the best fights. I'm a boxing fan now. I love what you guys are doing. I love what Undisputed is doing. I love what Coach Nelson's doing over there at Legacy Boxing. I love what you're doing.
Thank you.
You're taking on the challenges that us as fans and the boxing world, we need this. So again, win or lose, this is amazing. And I'm not saying lose, freaking win. You're going out there to win, right?
Oh,
like,
yeah,
I want you to do that, right? And it's nothing against Gomez. Like I don't know him at all. Yeah. But I'm an Orlando guy now. I'm from Missouri originally, but I'm an Orlando guy now. I root for Orlando boxing, which is why I love doing the podcast. Is like I want Orlando to win.
You know, something I would like to say is also we have a lot of great fighters here in Orlando. A lot of great coaches also in Orlando. And the reason now that you get to see these new coaches and these new fighters and is because of BoxLab and also Undisputed Promotions. You know, I have 2 unmined fighters that were, when they were coming up, and they just had little setbacks, and Anthony has given them a second chance, and they're right back where they should be, and we're getting to that point there, and we have a lot of great fighters, we have a lot of great coaches, a lot of good promoters here in Orlando, and this has become like the little mecca of boxing. I mean, like you said, MVP's been here. You have
Eddie Hearn's here this weekend.
We have had a lot of people come here and through Caribe Royale and whatnot. So it's a big shout out to everyone that puts these things together, and including yourself, that you're here doing this podcast with us, because then people get to see what we about. What is Antreveous about? Because the only thing some people see is what we put in Instagram, or the when they see him fight. You know what I'm saying? But this is a little bit more into detailing. I love what you're doing for boxing us here. We love what the promoters are doing for the fighters and for the coaches. You're for promoting the fights. You know what I'm saying? And that's something big that we need to be doing, is promoting the fights in Orlando 100%. Because we got the fucking fighters here.
We do.
It's
You're
us.
right. I say we, but I'm saying you guys. We do. Like, I'm not an Orlando native. I'm not. I've actually been here about 10 years now, though. I live out Lake Nona, but I've been here about 10 years. So
You're Floridian already,
I'm considering
brother.
myself that. I got the. I'm trying to wear the shirt, the tropical stuff. But I'm trying to fit in around here. But listen, I agree. And there's some of the coaches and teams around that I know a little better than the other teams. But I don't play favorites, bro. I don't. I love boxing.
There you go.
And that's period. I say it all the time. I want to be a boxing ambassador where I support the sport. And you guys are part of the sport. And what you guys are doing is helping the sport. I love that. I'm all about that.
But you're doing the same thing. You're being a mentor to some people. And that's a big thing, too, because as these guys as fighters, not only they got to concentrate on their professionalism, but also on their families, the kids, or whatever the case might be. It's people like you that's been there, has been in the ring and shared the ring with big-name fighters that are world champions right now, undisputed world champions.
3 times.
So you've been there. So you are a role model or a mentor to some of these guys, maybe to Antreveous. Hey, listen, I've been here. I've been dropped, but I got right back up. And that sometimes means more than anything else, because you are there, you being there. And then sometimes they need that. They need that support. Always a support. Any fighter. And
I mean, big. Boxing, Antreveous, you could say this as training is. People always ask me, they're like, how mental is boxing compared to the physical aspect? And what would you say to that? Where's the balance there? You think it's more mental than physical, or what would you say?
It's mainly mental. Physical, you could be in the best shape of your life. If your mental not there, you're not there. You got to be there mentally. You got to be strong mentally. And mentally could get you, like, being strong could get you through whatever, literally.
Yep. I mean, I think that is in life in general, too. It's like I tell everybody this is, whether you're competing in a sport or not, if you're mentally strong, I promise you're going to be successful.
Yeah.
Whatever you do, it doesn't matter. And people ask me about, the average person will ask me, they're like, what's the percentage of mental to physical boxing? I go as far as I say boxing is 90% mental, 10% physical.
Yes.
And like I go heavy on it because I think it's true. Think about it. All the press that you're doing. Now, this is the week of the fight. You're doing press right now. You're going to do more press the week of the fight, Wednesday, Thursday. Friday is the weigh-in. All of that, the expectations of you're fighting at home. You have fans, you have friends, you have all of that. Like, the mental is tough. It is. I think the body can take a lot of stuff physically. But mentally, if you're strong, you've already won.
Yes, sir.
And I don't want to say if you're strong. I know you're strong. You're 12-0. You've been in positions to warrant why you're here right now. You're fighting for a spot, for a title and a spot in the top 15 in the world. So you said this, BoxLab, and this matters because it's your weight class. Just a year ago, last week, BoxLab had the world champion, Tim Tszyu, versus Murtazaliev happened right here at the Caribe Royale.
Right.
On Amazon Prime.
I was here.
And that's your weight class. I was here too. And unfortunately, Tim Tszyu trained at my gym the whole time he was here.
Oh, yeah?
The week he was here. And then he loses. But that's boxing though.
Yes.
Right? Like Murtazaliev is a guy who still after that win has not had nobody want to fight him. He's a very avoided 154-pound world champion. Nobody wanted to fight him in the first place. And then Tim's like, I'm a world champion. I'll fight you. Like, I'll do it. And then got annihilated.
Yeah.
Essentially, he
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
But Tim's a good dude. Tim rebounded. He fought again, then lost again to
Fundora.
Fundora in an exciting fight.
Yeah.
It was. Fundora is just a freak of nature guy
Yeah.
for 154 pounds. But that guy's just is insane. But the point is, BoxLab has brought world title fights here.
Yes. 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 Yes.
They're doing some great things, and that's your division. So, foreseeing of the future, you win this. You're top 15. I believe once you get top 10, you're now in line for a world title. You can fight for a world title. Once you peak those rankings, you have the opportunity to fight for a world title. If play the cards right, if your promoter plays the cards right, if the other promoters play, if all of that, your coaches, your managers, all of that do all the right things, bro, you could be fighting for a world title. Let's just in less than a year.
Absolutely. Yeah.
How amazing is that? And Trey, you could be fighting for a world title if you win this fight.
Yep.
Like, how cool is that?
Oh, it's great, man. And that's the goal. Get this title, continue to fight, dominate, elevate, and then get in position. And the call come, then we're going to take it.
I love that. So how easy is it to work with Antreveous? And I'm going to have Anthony on the podcast as well, Undisputed promoter on the podcast. He's coming on too
That's cool.
eventually.
I love
but he knows that. Me and Anthony talk a lot. But how cool is that to know that, like, your promoter, your coaches got you an opportunity like this? And here's the deal. I'm a fighter too, though, so I don't want to take away from the fighter either, right? Like, they got you this opportunity, but also you got yourself this opportunity too by winning, right? It all has to work. It's just it's a well-oiled machine. And by the way, it sounds like it has been a well-oiled machine. You have a promoter doing the right stuff in Undisputed. You have your coach, seems like he's doing the right stuff. You're doing the right stuff. You're winning. You're undefeated. All of that's working out. Now, envision this. Think about this. The 154-pound world champions there's a ton of them. I mean, Erickson Lubin is fighting Virgil Ortiz. You guys know Lubin. Lubin is an Orlando native.
I worked with Lubin too, so I know Lubin very well.
You know that whole crew. And then Murtazaliev is a world champion. He fought here as well. You have I think it's Xander Zayas, who just won it from Puerto Rico.
Right.
I think Crawford relinquished his 54-pound title when he went up. I don't know who's fought.
Yeah, he did.
But who's got that title? I can't remember. I should know that.
Xander
might have won that title because he might have fought for the vacant.
Because I think it was no, it's not Rowley. No, because he was
I'm trying to think 54.
Somebody got promoted.
They got upgraded up to that.
Upgraded.
I think you're right.
Right, from intercontinental to world champion. Damn.
But I know I should definitely know that. And I know the world champion Virgil Ortiz, and you got Lubin fighting for a title. You got Xander Zayas, who just won that title. You got Murtazaliev, who is the IBF, I believe, because he won that right here at the Caribe Royale.
Right.
But also, what's kind of cool is you're fighting for these titles now. The WBA convention every year for the last 4 years is right here at the Caribe Royale, and it's in December too. So you are surrounded around such cool opportunities. And your coach said something earlier about opportunities. And that's exactly what this is.
Yep.
This is an opportunity. How are you going to take advantage of this opportunity? This Saturday, November 1st, on DAZN. It's your first 10-round fight too, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
How you feel about that?
I feel great, man. I could do it. I done put in so much work. I'm going to just let my work speak for itself. I'm ready to go. I don't talk too much because I like to let my work show for itself, so.
So we should come out and watch. Buy them tickets. Come out and watch. Turn the TV on. If you're not in Orlando, turn your TV on. DAZN. Come check this guy out. Antraveous Ingram is fighting Gomez this Saturday on DAZN in your first 10-rounder. Coach, how do you feel about that? I know that coming up, you fight 4, 6, 8 rounders. He's going straight from his last 6-round fights to 10-round fight. How do you feel about that?
Well, I feel great. Fantastic. He's coming off a camp. We just fought a month ago, actually, which is a big shout out to Anthony. You can't get any better than that, than you fighting a month ago and then you're fighting again for a title. So that's a major plus.
You don't have to get ready when you're already ready.
You stay ready.
Yep.
He was in camp with Christopher Diaz. He was in camp with a couple of guys that were getting ready. Also for instance, Christopher Diaz for the world title. So he was in camp doing that. So whatever he was doing, he's doing. So there's no ands if buts about it. We have had great sparring sessions with a lot of great fighters from Orlando. Once again, we traveled when we needed to travel to find sparring. Southpaw, Crafty, You know, I am 100%. Like I said, I am capable of saying that this is by far the best shape that he has been in any of his fights. And this is something we were talking about the other day. I said, he's usually ripped. But when at 154,
I've never seen this guy not ripped, by
Yeah.
the way.
I wa-
I feel like he came out of the womb, he had a six-pack already.
Exactly. I agree. I saw a picture of him. As a matter of fact, Anthony has sent it to us in a group chat. I'm looking at him in the weigh-ins. He's ripped. But now he look more defined. And
Yeah.
he's still a couple of pounds away. So, we did everything from getting we have a strength and conditioning coach that work with the NFL players, basketball players. Shout out to Randy and Aldo and everybody that's helped us in camp, which is part of the team too, and Memo also. And Mark, can't forget Mark.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Mark. So, and shout out to Anthony, of course, that got us to fight. But can't forget about Ant. And but he is, listen, like I said, we gotta weather the storm. We know we've seen his fights over and over. We know he comes out strong. We know he's a great fighter. We know he's a Cuban fighter. He knows how to survive. He knows how to fight.
Yep.
But after the 5th round, you can see a dramatic change on him. There's no,
drops off.
it's no secret to that. Everybody's seen it. I mean, I like to get, hey, I'll hit you up and be, hey, what you think about this guy? And I'll get your 411 on him, because that's the type of coach I am. That's what makes me a better coach, to listen to every other aspect of anybody saying anything about this gentleman. You might see something I don't. You've been in the ring with the best. I want what's the best for my fighter. So I want to listen to what you got to say, because maybe what you have to say, or Anthony or Mark or anyone, see something that I don't see. And I want him to be the best. I don't have a chip in my shoulder to be like, no, I'm the head coach. I know everything. Yeah. No, that shit doesn't work with me like that. Everybody got a saying in my team. What you see, what can we get better off? And that's exactly how you go about it. And that's why when we fight on Saturday, we will have, and the new WBA. That's the biggest thing in there is, and the new WBA champion, Ingram AD, baby.
And the new.
And the new.
How do you feel about fighting your first? This is pretty cool and pretty wild at the same time. Your first 10-round fight is for a title. How do you feel about that?
No pressure. I'm gonna do my thing, man. I done trained hard. I'm so sharp, strong. I'm not sleeping on my opponent's abilities, but I know what I bring to the table, and we gonna see. The thing is, the same way I ain't never fought somebody with all those amateur fights and all that stuff, he never fought a fighter like me, and we gonna see.
I just had Amari on the podcast, the president of BoxLab and Caribe Royale here, and we were just talking about that. Amateurs are two different sports, man. When I talk about amateur boxing and pro boxing, because I had 170 amateur fights, I was like, listen, yeah, I might have had that many amateur fights. It helped me as a pro.
Absolutely.
But also, it's totally different at the same time, too. It helps you adjust, right? But also, the amateurs to the pros are different, man. My first pro fight, I told everybody this. I was like, dude, it was like night and day. I was like, once I got in that ring as a pro, smaller gloves, no headgear. I was like, the first thing I remembered was when I was fighting my pro debut is we were in a clinch and I could feel the dude's beard on my face. I'm 20 years old. I'm fighting this 30-year-old man, and I felt his beard on my face. And I'm telling you that that was wild to me because I came from having headgears. Yeah. 170 amateur fights, fine, whatever. You know how to fight. You learned a lot. Yes, cool. But the pros are different. Yeah. They're a lot different. And that's...
Ask him. What at 154 you fight with 10-ounce gloves.
Yep.
What you saying?
Oh man, I've been fighting at 54. We been using 8-ounce gloves. I want 8-ounce gloves.
He wants to make sure
I want 8.
He's at 153 at least. I mean, so, 153.
Yeah.
0.9. And so is the other guy, so they could fight 8-ounce gloves.
I want them 8-ounce.
That's what he wants.
That's what he wants.
So what's this fight? Have they said? Because usually,
it's 54. If you make 54, it's 10-ounce gloves.
Yep.
But if you're less than 154, it's 8-ounce. He likes fighting with 8-ounce.
I love 8-ounce.
I mean, smaller glove and
my
154.
gosh, yep.
We both in danger, so somebody got to go.
So, bro, I fought a lot of my fights because I fought from 140 to 147. I fought a lot of 8-ounce fights. Man, you can feel those knuckles in
Oh,
those
yeah.
8-ounce gloves.
And let me tell you something. Once again, he's a great fighter too. We're not taking nothing away from him. We're not
100%.
underestimating him.
Yeah.
Nothing. He's listen.
He's
much
there for a
respect to
reason
him.
too, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And
yeah.
much respect to him. Much respect to his team, which are actually friends of mine. World class trainers, Salas. He has great managers. Like I said, we're not taking nothing off of him. He is the man that we need to beat. We got to bring it to existence. And with God's willing and God leading us to this, we will be in the new.
And the new.
There's nothing better than
I'm trying to
hearing
keep
that.
From
calm,
any
coach.
fighter or coach.
You
and
can't
the
keep
new.
saying that, coach.
I don't
get
want
it.
you. Hey, I don't
He
want
gonna
you to
hype me
be
up.
calm, bro. I
We
don't
gotta
want you
get
to
it.
be calm. I want you to start shadowboxing here. I want you to knock somebody
For
out here
real.
right
We
now.
could do mitts
Like
right
I
now.
want it. Let's go.
That's how it is. It's less than a week. We're here. We're ready. We're grateful for everything. We're grateful for thank God for everything, and we're here.
So, Antreveous, I know where your coach stands, Nelson, in his belief in God. Obviously, we've talked about pretty good. What's your belief in God?
Oh man, without him, I wouldn't be here at all. I gotta pray and he give me everything I ask for. Not just right when you ask for it, you gotta do the things that he wants you to do to get what he has in store for you. So I'm excited and all thanks to him.
They always say people always say that God doesn't give you what you ask for. He puts you in those positions to get that. You have an opportunity right now.
Yep.
God's like, I'm gonna put this in front of you. Now it's up to you, right? God will lead us for the most part. We got to walk through that door still. God ain't gonna do it for us.
Yep.
We got to walk through that door. He's like, hey, here, I got this hallway for you. I need you to walk down it now, right?
He's
So you're
giving us an
you're
opportunity.
walking through that aisle essentially down at Caribe Royale on Saturday, bro. How exciting is it gonna be when you hear and the new? I'm gonna be there, by the way. I'm ringside. I'll be there. I'm gonna be ringside there too. I'll be watching
You'll probably
for you
be
guys.
the first one that I look at. I'll be like,
Hey.
I want you to say it with me, baby.
I got
All right?
you.
I want you to
And
say,
the
"And
new."
you know what I'm saying? When God's willing, definitely that's what we're gonna be saying. I'm definitely gonna be looking
You
for
better
you.
look for me. I'll
And
be
then-
right there. I'm literally right when you guys walk out. I'll be right there.
All
So
right.
it should be right. I'm pretty sure it should be right over. So when you guys walk out, you'll see me. I'll be
Gotcha.
jumping up and down because I'll be just as happy for you because I know what an opportunity that is.
Absolutely.
I spent most of my career. I was pro in 2004, and never got to fight for a title like this.
Yeah.
So you have good management around you. You have a good promoter around you. You have good coaches around you. Clearly, you have good talent within you. You have faith.
Absolutely.
I love every bit of that with you guys. And Travis, is there anything that I'm trying to wrap this up because I've kept you guys for a while. So I'm trying to wrap this up. Is there anything you want to leave the fans with? Is there anything you want to leave Orlando with? You could just speak your mind right now. You could just say whatever you want to say.
Well, first I want to thank all my sponsors because, man, without them, because this was a camp that I did need a little assistance and stuff.
Amen.
Altitude, Trampoline Park, all the sponsors that came together with him. Blackout Tent, Aphonics, they helped me out a lot, man. We got lots and lots of sponsors that definitely, put into this. And like I told everyone who helped out, all I need is just a little bit of help. I'm not the type to ask for help. And the results are going to show for itself, man. And for the fans and everybody watching and all the people in the city, because, man, I'm bringing a lot of people with me from the whole part, everywhere in Florida, out of town, out of state. A lot of people support me because they seen where I've come from to where I am now, the elevation, the changes in my life. And, lots of people, older, younger than me, they actually tell me that I motivate them, and that's my overall goal, to help motivate and push people to get up. Even if you have a dream, if you have anything that you want to do, nothing can stop you except for you. And if you just try, then you could do it. So that's all I got.
I mean, that's not all. That's a lot, and I love that. And I think you're right. I think that I love the fact that, again, Orlando has become such a hub for big fights and big opportunities. And the BoxLab guys, Undisputed, all the local promoters here are allowing these fighters to have a platform now. And I love that you guys have a platform to shine and to show out and to show the world what you're made of. And I think that you you're doing something pretty amazing, man, because you are. There's so many people that you might not even realize it because they might not say it directly to you, but how inspiring it is to see you where you're at right now and from where you started. I don't even have to know your whole story to know how hard boxing is. And I know that boxing is a poor man's sport. I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah.
It's a poor man's sport. It is.
Absolutely.
And I think if the world was more like a boxing gym, we'd have a better world, by the way.
Absolutely.
You walk into a boxing gym, it don't matter what color you are, it don't matter what religion you are, it don't matter what sex you are. We accept all.
Exactly. 100%.
Right? And I wish the world was more like a boxing gym. And it can be one day, but I think that what you're doing is you are setting an example for a lot of people that look up to you, a lot of people that came from where you came from, and you're an Orlando guy. I love that because Orlando's a little metropolis. It is. There's more people looking up to you than you think.
Absolutely.
And I love that because you're showing them that you can. I don't care what obstacles there are in life because there's always going to be obstacles, bro. Always. Christy Martin, love her to death. She's been on the podcast. By the way, the movie's coming out, Christy. Go watch it in theaters. But Christy, she made a post the other day, and I freaking loved it. And her, of all people, can say this. And she said, everybody's got a sad story. Work harder.
Yeah.
Facts.
I saw that.
And is that not true?
Yes.
We all got sad stories. I was just talking to my wife about that, too. I was like, we all got a story. Like, my life wasn't perfect. Your life's not perfect. We all got, Christy about got murdered by her husband.
Exactly.
Right?
Yep.
And if anybody can say something like that and achieve what she still achieved, I think that's inspiring to the next generation, to the current generation, to fighters like you. You're the next generation of fighters, bro.
Yes, sir.
And I feel old saying that now. And I'm like, gosh, I'm on this side of the table now. What the heck happened? But it's true. I love what you guys are building. I love what you're doing. And no matter what happens on Saturday night, if they say end the new, I'm jumping out of the stadium, okay?
Well, remember, I'm gonna
I might do a
back.
backflip, and I ain't did that
Listen,
in years.
Amari with BoxLab, he might have to bail me out of jail or look at the security guards and be like, no, Trav's good, because I might be jumping over the stage.
Amari's a very good friend.
Oh, yeah.
Amari's a good friend of mine. BoxLab people are a very good friend of mine. So I've known them for many years also. So they're great people, and want to give them a shout out for giving us an opportunity for this to work out with Anthony on Undisputed Promotion to make this happen. You know, they making dreams come true for the local fighters, and especially, you know, Anthony like I was saying once again, you know, there's certain people that just need that second chance.
100%.
And he's giving them that second chance. And I have two of those fighters that wants to come back and make a statement.
You tell the fighters. You can say their names.
One of the guys is Amos, is known.
Yep.
I think everybody knows him as he's like the original Antreveous. Not Antreveous, the original Tank Davis.
Oh, okay.
You know,
not bad.
He's doing a comeback. Nobody, you know, and I'm being honest.
I've seen him fight. I've seen him fight.
He's a little tank. After I believe 9 years, he's come back. Anthony has put him in a position where, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna bring up the opponents, of course, what's not, but give him a second opportunity. So we're very grateful to that. We also have another kid that is very talented. Well, two of them is Kid and also Buddha. You know, guys that are just starting off, but they're giving that second opportunity to restart their career. Very talented fighters. So that means a lot to me because sometimes promoters will overlook other fighters. Oh, he hasn't fought in 3 years. Oh, he has a loss. It's not if the fighter has only no losses, but you gotta, you know, give him an opportunity. It's a lot of people. Marquez became a world champion later on in his career, you know. So you cannot dictate somebody's career if he has 1 loss, 2 losses, or maybe even 3 losses. Give him an opportunity, man. Give him that opportunity.
I'll give you one better. Mickey Ward had 11 pro losses, and he made $1 million in his next fight, which was Arturo Gatti. He had a trilogy.
100%.
11 losses, but the guy fought his butt off. It didn't matter. That's why I want to get away from in boxing. We really do, because I think a lot of other sports are capitalizing off of this. Is the best fight the best. I don't care about your record. If you go out and you perform and you lay it out on the line, I don't care if you win or lost. What I care about is, did I get my money's worth as a fan? I mean, we have to realize this as boxers and promoters and coaches, is that boxing guys are always going to watch boxing.
Yeah,
We don't
absolutely.
care. We're going to watch it. But what really sustains the sport is the people that we're bringing in, the average fan.
Right.
The average fan wants to be entertained. And I'm not saying that we change anything we're doing. No, but I'm just saying the best fight the best, the average fan will come.
Yeah.
It does. And that's why boxing now, a lot of people don't think it, but I'll tell you guys that I promise you it's the true. Boxing right now is at an all-time high.
Oh,
And
yeah.
people that want to discredit that, I give them perfect examples. Canelo Alvarez just made $150 million.
Making the big money.
One fight. Crawford made $50 million. One fight. Not a year, not a contract over 10. One fight. They're not the only examples. Obviously, the Riyadh season is paying fighters a ton of money, but other places are paying fighters a shit ton of money too.
Right.
And the ratings are there because they fought in America. They fought in Vegas out there at Allegiant Stadium, sold 75,000 seats to a boxing match, guys.
Yep.
Facts.
Tell me that boxing's not hitting on all cylinders right now, because it is. And the opportunities are there, especially for you, Antreveous.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
You're talking about right now that you got a piece of that pie.
Yep.
And if you can win this, it just adds another slice to that pie.
Yep.
Eventually, that pie is going to be full. You're going to be walking away with millions and millions of dollars.
Yes, sir.
How cool is that to think about? How life, I mean, listen, not all of us are making $50 million. Yes, cool. But if you're making 1 million, 2 million, like
It add up.
that adds up.
Yeah.
You start
Especially,
adding pieces to the pie.
especially on 154.
There's,
That-
it's
you
a
know,
hot division.
It's a hot
Fact.
division.
You never know.
160,
Crawford could come back maybe to that division.
You know, but you know, like you said, also once again about like Mickey Ward. One of my good friends is Gabriel Rosado. Another one.
Still just fought.
You know,
just fought last
yeah,
weekend.
just last
and he's
weekend.
got
Yeah.
double-digit losses
Yeah,
as well.
Yeah, and but he's a monster. Who was his losses against?
Yeah, exactly right.
Against monsters, and it was back to
Triple
back
G.
to back.
These guys, he fought
And it
everybody.
was back to back. They didn't give him no little tune-up fight. They didn't give him no. He just fought. He wasn't scared,
100%.
and he's still fighting. That's my boy. Big shout out to Gabe.
He just fought last
you
weekend
know?
on the Danny Garcia,
Danny
going
Garcia.
away one. Yeah.
That's my guy. I want to try to bring him here.
He commentates for DAZN,
I
and DAZN
try-
fights are here. So
I kind of spoke to Amari about maybe him bringing him here. I put a poll in my Instagram. Who would love to see Gabriel fight here? Let me tell you something. I had
watch it.
over 400
I'll watch
people. He's a warrior. You
watch
know, see him here.
I'll watch it.
I would love to see him fight.
He's
you know,
154, is he not?
Here. No.
160?
He's 168.
Oh, 168. He's fought at 160, 160. And I think he's fought at 154 too,
Yeah.
back in the day.
Back in the days.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
But he's another person that would be great to be around, or Antreveous around
Yeah,
our
yeah,
gym, because
100%.
he's the one that that could talk to them and be a mental thing. But I would love to see him fight here in Orlando. There's a lot of Puerto Ricans out here, you know.
That's what I mean. Amanda Serrano fought here.
Exactly.
Edgar Berlanga fought here.
Yeah.
Puerto Ricans are fighting here all the time. It happens.
Yeah.
But guys, seriously, both of you guys, Nelson, I appreciate you coming
Thank
on the
you.
podcast.
Appreciate you.
Legacy Boxing and Fitness and Boxing
Yes.
Fight Club in Orlando. We'll put some links down, by the way. I'll put some links for your sponsors too. We'll put some links
Okay,
underneath
I
this on the
gotcha.
YouTube. So send me some stuff.
I got you.
Antreveous, though, I appreciate you, brother.
Yes, sir.
God willing, your hand is raised.
Yes, sir.
And the new
And
WBA
Ooh.
light middleweight or super welterweight. There's two. Super welterweight champion of the world. Antreveous Ingram.
Dun,
Hey,
dun.
God bless, brother.
Yes, sir.
Thank you guys
for
for
having
coming
me.
on.
Thank you.
Already.
Thank you.